Good afternoon and welcome to Padre's Ponderings.
Hola.
We are actually coming to you or filming this on Monday instead of Tuesday. So
And
we're
why
not
is that?
live, so if you ask a question, you might not get an answer right away.
So tell them why we're doing it on Monday.
Oh, can you believe that the school year is already over? So I'm going to pick up my college freshman and bringing her home we'll see how long she stays.
She's been away.
She has
She
been
might
away.
enjoy being away. Yeah. She might come home for...
I think she said that she's very, very tired, so she's going to sleep a lot while she's home.
That's good.
Which is good.
That's good.
So,
she's passing through.
but I get to meet some of her friends and see where she works, and she's going to show me around to some things.
She's going to be there a couple
that'll
of
be
days.
good. Be there a couple of days, pack up all her stuff, and drive back. So,
Maybe you can be up there. Is she close to where they're having all the inquiry about the horse and the race that
oh my
they said
goodness, yeah, she's in, she's not in the thick of it, but
that's in that area, isn't it?
mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was not good news for horse racing yesterday. Terrible,
Whoa.
terrible, terrible. So anyway, so we're here today. Lots going on.
For instance,
Well, we had Pastor Nathan Weaver was here this weekend. That was very nice to spend some time with him and his family and precious little Ezra. He did a great job yesterday at the chapel in Cross Point. So if you weren't able to watch, go back and watch that, because I already talked to you about this, had no idea about the bonsai tree. That a bonsai tree is actually a full-sized juniper that can be 100 feet tall if allowed to grow.
I
thought they were just a miniature version.
Yeah, I thought it was like one that was...
A dwarf
that's right.
variety, yeah.
No, I didn't know that at all. But he did a good job tying that together.
I thought that was interesting. So now I want to get a bonsai. See if mine can last longer than 6 months. He said after 6 months his was done.
That's what you need is a bonsai.
That's what I need. They are really beautiful to look at. Very interesting.
I bet you could go on Amazon.
One click.
And get a fake one. And nobody would ever know. You think they feel like they're real? I've never seen one, so I don't
know if I've ever, I don't know.
But they have artificial, all kind of stuff on there. So
That's true, so we're going to get
to be the first one in your block. You can come in
to have a fake bonsai.
Look at my bonsai
I don't think
tree.
that's the point, but.
You could get people to come look at it. Don't touch it. It's a 700-year-old tree. Don't touch this thing. And it'd be made out of plastic. Nobody'd ever know.
That's true.
Nobody would know.
That's true. So this morning, another exciting thing. So that was a busy weekend, but another exciting thing is put the sign up out for Women's Summer Bible Study. We didn't get to do that last year, obviously, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, when is that going to be?
Wednesdays starting June 23rd through July 28th.
And that's an
at
in-person
the Parish Hall, in person. Emily Campbell and Grayson Colleran are going to be leading that. So fun to see things like that starting to roll again.
And June 23rd comes after June 20th.
It does come after June 20th. Father's Day.
Father's Day.
But more importantly.
Big day, big celebration day. Y'all watch for information about that coming out. I messed up it and said too much about it yesterday, so...
You're reeling it back a little bit. Rod Musselman is in charge of planning for that, and he happened to be sitting in front of me at Cross Point, so I leaned over and I'm like, well, I guess you better get busy.
So we're planning to have a big celebration, honoring fathers, not our earthly fathers, but our Father in heaven, deliverance through COVID. One service on June the 20th. It'll be in the gym at the school. No other services that weekend. We'll bring everybody together, have a big celebration service, and then after that, a catered barbecue meal with barbecue and all the fixings.
He said you requested watermelon.
Watermelon and ice cream and hot dogs and chicken fingers for the children and all that. Special children's program will be going on during that. So we do that at 10:30 and then eat, and then on Monday we're going to tear up all the tape in these everywhere, and we'll be back to no social distancing and no masking and coming to the rail for communion, and all that'll crank up right after the 20th. And, you know, people will still be able to wear a mask, and they can sit off by themselves if they want to. That'll always be available. It always has been. But we're trying to move on now. And I believe it's safe to do that now. And if something goes wrong, then we can always go back. And who knows what the future holds? Only the Lord knows that. But as far as we can see, there's not a surge over the horizon, and we're going to go, and we're going to celebrate it. Thank God for deliverance. Maybe have a mask burning or something, I don't know. Gee whiz, tape burning at least.
That's what I said last week. Doug Brown is so excited about ripping up the tape.
You know, it's just time. It's just time.
Oh, I saw so many people yesterday at services, both here and Cross Point, which is where I am on Sunday morning, that I have not seen in a very long time. So it was.
The return is on.
Yes.
Yep. And I'm so happy about it. Very, very.
Yeah.
Be able to have the river baptism later in the summer. You know, just a lot of things that were normal, regular yearly occurrences, and we weren't able to do them. And we'll be launching it all back. And that's why, you know, Nathan, if that works out for him to come, that would be a great addition. And then we've got another potential candidate coming this weekend as well, Josh Lake, and we're looking forward to having him.
He'll also be preaching at the chapel in Cross Point.
That's right.
So why do you
And
have
he's coming with his wife and
four children?
Yeah.
You specifically have them, our guest pastors, coming to the chapel in Cross Point because of the streaming and the two different services?
Because of the streaming, but also one of the unique things here for an Anglican church is the contemporary worship service. The worship service here in the chapel is not unlike the ones we have on Calhoun Street on Sunday. So if you come and you do this worship service, then you have a flavor of more traditional Anglican worship. But then you got to be able to handle over there too. And you know, yesterday Nathan was right there, and he got up on that stage, and I sat back in the back because I just wanted to see how he reacted. To get up there, and all those lights are going, and you can't see the people in front of you, and there's a crowd of folks there, more than he'd ever stood before. But he did a good job with that. Did a good job with it. Lots of good comments.
That is something very unique to our church. Is really, like Saturday night is very different than Sunday morning.
And he went to Saturday night. He
Right.
and wife and child were at Saturday night. Just observe.
Yeah, we have some very different services.
And you have to be able to function in all of them. So
Right.
the streaming though is big, so that everybody can get a chance to see him. That's very helpful. Yeah. So I was excited about him. Had a great conversation with him yesterday afternoon. So now we'll start the process of reference checks and background and all the other stuff that has to be done.
Yeah. And this week is your last Joshua teaching, wrapping up Joshua.
Part 4 of 4, Wednesday at 7. And if you missed any of the first 3 of them, those are all on our webpage under.
They're under the media tab on YouTube, our YouTube channel. You can go back and watch any of them.
And what was it about you? You got YouTube cut you off the other day? You saying bad
Facebook.
things?
I was doing a morning devotional, and all of a sudden I'm talking to myself. It was a black screen. So then I restarted it and tried to finish, and it cut me off again. So I don't know what I said.
Whoa. People in California are looking over your shoulder. Watch out for her. She's subversive.
I don't know what it was. It wasn't the internet connection, so who knows? Who knows?
Wow.
Sometimes that stuff is a little testy when you're live. So anyway.
Yeah, because you don't have time to recover from it. It just messes you up.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the purpose of it. So your flight tomorrow, Savannah, Atlanta?
Yeah, that'll be the first time I've
Lexington.
flown in a while. So
And
I had to answer a lot of questions.
Do They have a mask on the
Oh,
airplanes?
you have to wear a mask everywhere. They made sure that you click that box to understand that that's a requirement.
So the masks are in the airport and all that too?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
you don't know? They are? Mm-hmm. But outside of the airport in Atlanta, they're not wearing masks, are they?
I haven't flown in a long time.
I saw a little bit of the golf match yesterday afternoon. There were a lot of people there. There wasn't mask one in sight. And they were all around the greens.
Outside?
And, yeah, it was outside.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was no social distance. The PGA had opened up the number of people that could come. So, I mean, it was,
Oh, yeah. So was that the first tournament where they've done that?
I don't know. I just happened to see it yesterday afternoon and was surprised at that. And I don't know that they have full capacity or not, but there were a lot of people there. But there were no social distance, anything like that. No
Yeah.
mask. But things are slacking up, and I'm glad of that.
So how are you wrapping up, Joshua? This week?
Same way I started it.
Okay.
Go through the activities. What do you mean? I'm wrapping it up.
Yeah, like what's your thing? Like what's your...
It's interesting in the book that the first 12 chapters are really dealing with just a few stories. Mm-hmm. The pass the baton from Moses to Joshua, and then crossing the Jordan, then Jericho, Rahab, and the conquest of the town of Ai. And then in the third episode, so this is chapter, the one I did last week, 12, 13, 14, in there, is when he defeats the Gibeonites, deceive them so they form a treaty with the Gibeonites. Then the other tribes in Canaan unite against the Gibeonites, so the Gibeonites appeal to the Israelites for help, and so there's a big battle that takes place there against the southern tribes. Then the rest of the book is in maybe 4 chapters. The whole rest of the conquest is summarized, so you don't go battle by battle by battle
Yeah,
anymore.
not as detailed.
Now it's into big picture kinds of things. And then the last 4 chapters are the end, where Joshua's telling the people they're going to divide them. They divide the land up. It brings them all back together again. Right there at Ebal and Gerizim, and then tells them, for me and my house will serve the Lord, and confronts them with the idol worship they're doing and all that. How they, in a short order, they lose their bearings. Not everybody, but many, many, many. And that becomes a part of their story from then on. In and out of the ditch, up and down. Believe, fall away.
And that's where we start seeing the phrase, and there was not a king in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout Judges, yeah, there was no king.
Yep. And then they want to be like everybody else. After Joshua is the book of Judges. And so in a sense, Joshua was a judge of a type. Mm-hmm. Then when he passes from the scene and the 12 tribes spread out, then each tribe kind of does their own thing, and they start to fall away, and they'll call on each other for help sometimes, but they kind of go down the toilet a little bit there. But God is faithful. When they turn to Him. When they don't, it goes badly for them.
It's like that call for community. Like
mm-hmm.
we need to be mm-hmm. in community to encourage and support each other, because we're not to look like everybody else.
No.
But man,
and that's one of the importance of coming to worship.
Absolutely.
Being in community. The online is great. It has a purpose, and there's a time for that for many families. My family's been going on vacation this year. They can watch online, so there's a place for that. But it's not a substitute for the fellowship that you get when the body gathers. And that's what we're trying to do. We have the June 20th, is bring everybody together. We've been separated, dispersed for 15 months. So let's get back together and see each other and encourage each other, and then go about the business of doing God's work in this community, this rapidly growing community.
Oh my goodness, yeah. We've had new families and visitors turning in Connect cards every week, mm-hmm. Wanting to get connected.
Yep.
So it's an exciting time.
Yep.
It really is, about what's ahead, what's coming.
Now, when when you're flying up there, you get Grace and her belongings, and you're driving back in the car that she has up there.
Right.
So you go see gas prices rising.
Yes, I will get to see the range of gas prices per state. Yes, driving through the mountains.
But that pipeline interruption, they're saying the gas prices are
going to steadily go up.
Until they get that back up going and and it's nothing wrong with the pipeline. It was something to do with hacking in the computer system that regulates that thing. And that pipeline, I saw a map of it on the news. That pipeline is huge, from Texas all the way up to New York, and branches coming off to various states along the way. This is a massive pipeline, the major supply for the East Coast of the United States of gasoline and those readily usable products coming from refineries down in Texas. Big deal. So you'll get to see probably some of the gas prices going up.
I can report back to you on all of that.
So you might see some gas prices be $4 or something.
Probably.
I think they're about $2 and something here. I'm not sure. Your mom put
You haven't filled up in a while.
Mom put gas in the car the other day. She likes doing that. So I'll let her do it.
She likes doing. I don't think she would agree with that, but.
So I give her that joy.
Yeah, okay. You just need to get in and go from A to B.
And you know that the tree, what is the name of the tree with the big leaves we got in the house?
Fiddle fig.
Fiddle fig. She trimmed that back. And that thing has new leaves coming out. It is going to live. And for a while she didn't think it was, but she trimmed it out and repotted it. And what did she put on?
She is a
baking soda or something like that.
Girl at heart.
She read something about baking soda was helpful, anyway, she's got some home remedies on there, and doggone if it isn't coming back.
That could be a sermon.
Those leaves are standing straight out, and the new leaves coming where she pruned it. They're coming. Today she's making bone broth.
For you? Is that your?
Perhaps not. But she's not, you can buy that stuff ready-made, but no, she's got some chicken bones and stuff from a chicken that she made chicken salad of, and she's been following these people online, so she's putting the pot outside.
It is supposed to be much better when you make your own. It's just kind of time-consuming, but she's probably using the Instant Pot.
She's using something like that.
Yep.
But she's going to put it outside because some of the things she's read, that it causes an odor, because it has to cook so long and all that.
Oh.
So she's going to put a pot outside.
Okay, this should be
Gotta
interesting.
Plug it in out there on the back patio and bone broth.
There you go. So you're going to be having some bone broth in place of your sandwich.
Perhaps not.
And spinach.
Now I'm not doing sandwiches anymore. We're not doing bread. So have, like today, chicken salad and lettuce and tomato.
That's good.
And
That's
a couple
really
of
good.
crackers.
Okay.
And I like that. Your mom makes great chicken salad.
Yeah.
Tuna salad, ham salad, all those kind of salads. So I like all that.
Shrimp salad.
Yeah, she makes shrimp salad. Mm-hmm. You had shrimp last night. You were going to have something.
We did. James made shrimp tacos.
So was that good?
It was very good. I didn't have to make it, so it was very good.
Kind of a Mother's Day
Very
treat.
good.
Mother's Day treat.
He likes to cook things that I don't typically cook. So
Well, that's a good way to do it.
yeah. So he often will go to tacos of some sort. So, which is nice. Yeah.
See, when I cook, it's stuff your mama doesn't typically cook.
Yeah,
But she typically cooks everything, so I don't have to do much
nothing.
cooking.
You cook nothing.
I don't have to cook a whole lot,
Nothing.
so
Yeah.
that's good.
All right, so what else you want us to know for this week coming up? We just had a Caring Hearts ministry meeting. So if you are a caregiver or know someone who is a caregiver for a family member, a spouse, a loved one, that's a great ministry. A social worker comes and gives resources and encouragement. That's the second Monday of every month here in the chapel.
This weekend, Josh will be here.
And at Cross
At
Point?
Cross Point, I'll be on the historic campus.
Oh, yeah. Sermon title is I Cannot Wait.
Jack Horner and you.
Jack Horner and you.
Jack Horner, not Jack Reacher and you.
Okay. Jack Horner. I don't know who Jack Reacher is. Who's Jack?
Jack Reacher is one of those characters that Tom Cruise played.
Oh.
You know, the guy that does all kinds of
literary character. No, Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible type things.
One of those kind of things, except it's not sci-fi. He's a
Okay, not Jack Reacher.
he's a guy that comes out of he's retired military. And he appears.
Jack Horner. The only Jack Horner I know is little Jack Horner sat in the corner. The nursery rhyme.
That's it.
And he sticks his thumb in the plum. Okay, so little Jack Horner and you, or
And
Jack
you.
Horner and you.
That's right.
So
Jack
go
Horner
to the historic
and
campus.
you. Catch it online.
Nope.
No, you can't. No, that's right.
Yeah. Although you said that you were going to decide which one to do on the stream the following weekend.
Yeah, because the following weekend I'll be over here, so it'll either be Jack Horner and
Seasons.
you or Life Seasons.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
Well, I
good,
might have
too.
to go to the 528 just to
Check it out, huh?
check it out.
Jack Horner and you.
Yeah, right as soon as I saw that on the schedule, I was like, that's a stretch.
Howard sent me an email a while ago.
How do you pick songs for that?
Yeah, he said, I can't figure where this is going. So I sent the sermon text to him.
So he came up with some songs.
He will, yeah. But I just, I work ahead on those things. So I finished that up on Saturday. So it was ready to go, and he's got it. So he'll be good. He'll be good.
All right, Jack Horner and you is on the historic campus.
Historic campus.
Yes.
I don't know what his title is for.
I can't remember.
over here.
I know it, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. So
It'll be good.
Be on the lookout for it in the e-news.
That's right. That's right. In the e-news. Still signing up for services. Reservations required, except for Cross Point. Right. Mm-hmm. And coffee's out at Cross Point now.
We have coffee, no food, coffee at Cross Point. So yes, the aroma is filling the halls on Sunday morning, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Glad to see you.
So, but hopefully the last day to register will be the June 20th, and you will have to pre-register for that. So we know numbers, but hopefully then that's going to be it. And
That's right. But we have to have the
We'll all be
numbers
happy.
for that because
Catering.
of the catering.
right, in space.
We need to get that on the webpage. I'll write about that in the news this week, and then we can
Put it out there since you
start
announced it.
signing up. Yep.
Yep.
I'll start doing that some.
All right. So have a good rest of your day. You're wrapping up your prep for Joshua and getting
Yep.
ready for our guest this weekend.
Yep.
So we're going to let you scoot, and I'm going to prepare for going to pick up my adult child.
That's exactly. You just want to say my adult.
I know.
Because she's a big girl,
Yeah.
beautiful girl, smart girl.
Very smart. So 10 hours of driving together in the mountains. Pray for Rebecca.
Now there's no more snow up in the mountains now.
No, it'll be nice.
Yep.
But,
All right.
Well, go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Thanks
Thanks
be
be
to
to
God.
God. See you when I see you. Blessings to you. God loves you, and so do I.